Hello everyone, it's Grandpa Hickory. Avoid dangerous confrontations. I was just looking at some things that have happened in Henderson, Texas. Uh, this Texas police officer pulled this boy over, got out and walked up. The boy said, "What's the matter, officer?" And the boy was talking to his mother on his cell phone. And the officer pulled him over, and the officer said, you came through that stop sign back there." He allegedly made up something so he could pull the boy over, but here's where it gets bad. He made the boy get out and turn around to the car, had to put his hands on the car, and the officer was back here, and the boy said, "Sir, what I do wrong? What I do wrong?" He said, "Be still," and all this, and he said, the boy said, "Well, what did I do?" After he tried to turn around, well, he grabbed the boy and threw him down on the ground. Then he went down then he pulled his gun out, not his taser. He went straight lethal, and he shot that boy multiple times and killed that boy right there. Then you know what he did? He got up off the ground. He put his pistol, his firearm back in his holster where it should have remained. He should have never pulled that, but anyway. He goes over and gets the radio, and he calls, and he brags about that he had just smoked a dude. They've got this on recording and everything, and that mother was on the phone hearing everything he was saying and everything he did to her son. She actually heard the gunshots that murdered her son, her only son. And now she has filed a lawsuit against that Henderson County or Henderson, Texas. And, people, but I'm going to tell you something. Now, I know all of you kind of getting upset and everything, but let me point something out to you. Now, in Midlothian, Texas, I've been pulled over multiple times by them Midlothian police officers, and they come up and allegedly, whatever they come up with, they say, "You did this, or you did that, or you wasn't doing this, or you wasn't maintaining the lane, or whatever they want to say." It's just so they can pull you over. There's so many officers, not just in Midlothian, but throughout the United States, that they're gun happy, and they're ego. They are egomaniacs. And I come in contact with one in Midlothian here just a little while ago. I was coming out 67, and they had a major wreck on 67, and this police officer was blocking. Well, they were pulling us off the road and sending us around, and I didn't know where I was on that road going up to a steel plant or a concrete plant or whatever it was, just a big dirt road. And I got out of the car. Boy, that officer looked at me, and I went over. I said, "Officer," I said, "can I get through this way?" He said, "No, wherever you're going, use your GPS." Well, the GPS says to go straight. He said, "No. I said, "Okay." So he said, "You'll have to go back that way and just find your way out," instead of being helpful. Very smart aleck. Well, I got in my car and turned around, and all the traffic was coming head on at me. Well, when they stopped, I went on ahead and pulled out. And boy, he come out, he jumped out of his car, he run up, and he beat the back end of my trunk of my car with his fist. And I rolled my window down. I said, What, officer?" He said, "You nearly caused a wreck." No, I didn't. A trucker stopped and asked me if I wanted to pull in front of him. And I said, "No, sir, I'm going the other way." Well, the officer, he jumped out. I said, "Boy, he come running. He just wanted to say something so bad." Beat the back end of my trunk, which was totally uncalled for. And then would not give me directions. I had to find my way out on dirt roads to get back around to 67 to continue on my way past the wreck. So, I understand, but here's the thing. I'm telling you, people, when officers pull you over, don't resist. Do not resist. If the officer going to throw you up against the car and do all this, just go through it. If you have it on video, then you can file a complaint against him. If you don't, take it on down the road. That officer will eventually do what this other officer did in Henderson. And that is, they will pull their gun out and they will kill an innocent, unarmed person. And that's what that boy was in Henderson. The boy was totally unarmed. He had no weapon on him. He didn't have no gun on him. And all he did is, the officer was putting his hands on him. And, when people do stuff like that, I mean, you say, well, what'd I do? What's the matter? I mean, the boy was beside himself. He had never been stopped by a police officer in his life. I mean, the boy was overwhelmed. He didn't know what to do. But anyway, people always, never, never, never resist. Show respect to the police officer and get away from him as fast as possible. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm Grandpa Hickory. Pray for that mother and for that family that have lost their son, their only son. It's a very tragic event. I'll see you on the next video.